Well, here we go, folks. I've been kind of quiet for a few days. I guess all I've been doing is watching a little of this crap on TV. Crap you would not totally believe. Okay, let's start. Politics. Pelosi and her visit to China. That was probably one of the most stupidest things I have seen done. One of them in my lifetime. And two, Biden. I don't know what she's going to do. Hell, he knew it. Everybody knew she was going to Taiwan, period. Reason? Nothing but to piss off China. Well, let me tell you, folks. China issued one warning based on that visit to Taiwan. My experience with China, they may warn you twice. But the question is, will they warn you the third time? We found that out in the past. China's only good for 2 warnings. After that, watch out. Anything could happen. And the United States, no, it's not prepared for a war with China. That would also include maybe a few other countries, like North Korea, Russia, and maybe a few more. Okay, we got rid of that issue. Now let's get to, pardon me, Ukraine and Russia. And I hate hearing when people call that a democracy. It is not a democracy. Zelensky made it a dictatorship. And him and his cohorts, doesn't matter how the war ends, they will end up out of the country with millions and millions of dollars. And a lot of it's supplied by the West and the USA, mainly the USA. And rights. They talk about all the poor invasion of Ukraine. All right. Russia had its goal, and it's working at that goal. And I cannot understand why Russia is being so damn patient. They can hit any place in Ukraine. But they're not doing it. I cannot believe why Putin is holding off. I really can't. If he started unleashing those rockets on those government buildings, Zelensky, Kyiv, man, you would see a war. But he keeps holding off. That I cannot understand, except, well, he's still holding on to the goal he originally set. And that was the East and the South. And with the USA and NATO still pushing this war, all it's doing is causing destruction in Ukraine, caused by Russian and also Ukrainian forces. Does Russia have a right? Hell yes, they do. The world has just been brainwashed into the fact that poor Ukraine and their invasion by Russia, how terrible. Plus 90% of all the crap plus coming out of Ukraine, the West, USA, is all a bunch of propaganda crap. People just got to start getting smarter about this war. But we keep on paying for it. We keep on paying for it. So oil companies, warmongering companies, making hundreds of billions of dollars out of it. And believe me, a lot of this will be returned to the politicians that are doing this. Okay, what's going to be the outcome? Actually, I don't really see any outcome for a while the way it's going, because Russia keeps doing this little by little. They need to stop this. Just go after Kyiv, go after Zelensky, go after them goddamn crooked politicians. Most of those people in Ukraine are Russians. They've been indoctrinated to be more Ukrainian. Ukraine wants to eliminate all the Russian people, all the Russian language. It's not going to happen. That's why this stupid-ass war started. Ukraine just trying to eliminate all the Russian-speaking people. Make it illegal to even speak Russian. But people in the world just don't seem to understand. This war did not even have to take place. It would have never took place except for the USA and NATO making billions and billions while us lousy taxpayers are having to pay for it and suffer for it. And of course, Russian people, soldiers, Ukrainian soldiers, they're dying. The country's being destroyed like hell. But hell, Zelensky and his cohorts don't give a shit. Things start going bad, shit, man. Give them 4 or 5 hours, and hell, they'll be over in Poland. So, hell, Zelensky probably even be heading for the USA to help spend all his millions of dollars. Anyway, and also, here's another issue of politics. Israel and Palestine. It's been a problem since 1947. It will always be a problem, because welcome to the good old USA and NATO. They had to make Israel a country while they gave the middle finger to the Palestinians. This war will never end. And when it comes to killing, believe me, it's mostly Palestinian civilians and people being killed by Israel. That's the way it's always been. Always been, always have been, unless the world decide to do something different and concentrate on peace instead of war. Same with conflicts all around the frickin' world the United States is involved in one way or another. We just cannot seem to keep our nose out of other people's business. If NATO and the United States, countries of the world, decided they wanted to get together and work for peace, they could have accomplished something. But they don't give a shit about peace. Like I say, there's no profit in peace, only in war. Syria, Africa, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Korea, Vietnam. Well, look at Vietnam. That's a good example.